Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Dee's coming at you again. Had a request for a Franklin video, so gonna try and cover everything that I can that we know to give you the knowledge to hopefully make some good choices. This is not the best way or the absolute way you have to do things. This is just a compilation of kind of what I've learned and what I've heard from some other folks in the Alliance. So, first thing I wanted to cover was officers. If you do not have Jayla, your best bet is going to be Pike, Moreau, and Tilan. So, of course, we have the teaching moments here, effective officer abilities, and then Moreau, of course, is going to give you the decrease in armor piercing, and then Tilan, I believe, reduces one type of damage. The other group is that you could use Picard as the captain, Beverly, and Tilan. Um, that is probably your better option if your Moreau is not tier 3. Um, my understanding is that Moreau has to be tier 3 before she equals Bev. And then a T2 Bev and a T3 Moreau are just about equal. So for me, I use 5 of 10, 4 of 10, and Jayla. But again, those crews are Picard as captain, Beverly, Crusher, and Tilan, and then Pike, Moreau, Tilan. Um, and again, officers 5 of 10 as the captain, 4 of 10, and Jayla is what I run on the Franklin A. So there is a lot of question on the Franklin A, what it does and how it's beneficial. Here's my setup on the Franklin A. It's only tier 1 because you cannot upgrade the warp core until Ops 37, so be mindful of that. On the regular Franklin, just going to kind of look real quick here, and I just have a mining crew just because. Show you what a tier 6 looks like. And you're looking at 62,500 of the frequency modulators here to upgrade, 250k. So tier 6, it's actually pretty low. It's not too bad. But I want to show you what a tier 8, excuse me, looks like, and how many frequency modulators you're looking at having to grab. Each one of the 3 guns is at least a minimum of 1.5 million, plus your other stuff there. And on a boat that only has a cargo capacity of 28,000, it takes forever for you to grind the 1.5 million per gun to max out your Franklin. So today it was suggested by somebody in the Alliance that you get your Franklin to tier 8 and then you scrap it and just spend $20 to get the extra additional Franklin A shards in order to build it. I haven't done it that way. We're going to try that, and we'll see how that goes. But I do want to show you that just kind of the cost difference between your different Franklin parts. Again, that's a tier 6 jump from 250 or 340,000 to 1.5 million for each gun. And it's a really hard grind. It takes forever, months, to be honest. And so I'm not a huge fan. So I'm going to drop this off the screen so we can look at the scrapyard and look at kind of what the difference is between the tier 6 scrap versus a tier 8 scrap. It's quite significant, and kind of show you what you're gonna wind up getting for those scraps. So let me scroll through all my junk here. Sorry. So this is the tier 6. You notice you'll only get 25 Franklin A data cores, and you need, I believe it's 150 in order to build the Franklin A. 355 Explorer parts, and then just some random junk, and I definitely don't want to scrap that. So here's my tier 8, and you'll notice, I'm sorry, I guess it's 200 Franklin Advanced Data Cores in order to build the Franklin A. You'll notice at a tier 8 it's a considerable jump up, and you get quite a few more of the options there, to quite a few more data cores in order to build the Franklin A. So the Franklin A is a pretty handy ship. I don't know if you guys know, but you get 3 times the kill count whenever you do a Franklin A. Let's see if I can find it here. There it is. It's not going to give me the options here, I don't think. But let me just show you in the missions. Going to go quickly to the systems. I should probably cover the systems for you. So, oops, excuse me. Whenever we look at the swarm systems, of course, basically anything with these types of clouds, so Velo, Elia, Pia, all here are swarm systems. Of course, the lowest swarm systems are Kova and Varus, and then you have the 17. So as you're working your way up and you're grinding through, you'll just kind of zoom out, and you can go anywhere where there is Ort clouds or swarm clouds that are reddish, so Vaughn and Fiersta, and Vasali and Dallon, and then the 35 is over here to the right of Romulan space. 37 is, excuse me, and that's where we are currently in Araxian. So whenever we look at missions at Ops 37, you have, I'll just scroll to the bottom here, you have 20 level 37, but you'll notice that you get an X3 bonus with the Franklin A. And the rewards here are significant. You get the advanced biotics and also the frequency modulators. But the caveat here is that it goes pretty quick. And generally, if the dice rolls go my way, I can do it all in one swoop here. So it's going to take 7 of these to get the 37 mission. And then sometimes I'll just go ahead and kill 8 or 9 to be done with the Swarm 35 level mission in order to finish that off. And so I've killed 2 so far. I'm going to go a little farther. He might be healed. So this will be the 3rd kill. And what you can see down here at the bottom is you see how it's counting as, each kill is counting as 3. And so I should be killing the next one here in a second, and that would bump up to 9. Just kind of grind through this real quick. I will tell you that the cargo capacity on this is pretty crappy. It's only 4,000. Tier 2 is 8,000. But what you'll notice is that the swarm at level 37 only drop the secondary frequency modulators, and you're only going to get 2 or 3 per kill. So if you look close here, so you can see what you're going to get, you're only going to get 3 modulators. So this capacity is really not concerning. And if you have a Franklin A and you're trying to tier out a regular Franklin, my suggestion is to just run through the missions and get your Franklin stuff in order to actually upgrade your regular Franklin even faster by using the Franklin A, if that's a goal you have. But anyway, daily swarms are pretty quick, pretty easy. I'm going to pause it here, and I will finish grinding these till the mission is done, and then show you kind of what we're looking at here at the end. Okay, so with those last 2 kills, I have now finished off all of the 37 swarm, and you can see you don't get many points for the daily goals on that one, but you get good swarm bonus material. And from here, what I do after I kill in level 37 is I travel over to level 35 swarm space, usually Dallon, and it's a 7-minute flight, so I'll pause the video and be back in a second. Okay, we're back. We finally flew over to Dallon for swarm level 35 space. I'm going to go ahead and take out a couple of these. The nice thing about doing the 37s first is that you actually only need to kill 2 swarm 35s in order to be done with that particular mission. Today is a Sunday, and at Ops 37 you have the threat from beyond mission, and what you'll notice is I have to kill 35s for the 10 points, so that means 37 and a half or 38 of these. And the threat from beyond event, it is noted, you should note that the Franklin A kills do not grant you 3 times kills. I wish that were the case, but there's our 5-pointer, but our 35 swarms are done. And now we can fly over to 32 space in Fiersta. Please note that also there is another 32 swarm space over here at Adelphi, and also in Fontaine is a secondary 30. So just bear that in mind. So we'll head over to Fiersta and come back then. Alright, we've just entered 32 swarm space. Start grinding these, and you know, if we look down, we should have to get 50, so we are 23 short. So we're going to need 8 32 kills in order to complete this, and should go rather quickly. There's our level 30, or 30 count at 32. It's a good little daily reward there. And I'm going to pause the video and continue to grind the rest of the 32 swarm. Okay, this kill here is the last one on the swarm mission dailies, and you'll notice that I have filled up. I still have plenty of hull strength left. I'll go ahead and recall that back to station. And I finished both 50 counts of grinding. Now, you'll notice here with the ×3 bonus, it's gone a lot faster. So I would say, not counting travel time, all of the swarm dailies takes maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15. I have some pretty decent research, so I'll show you the research section here, so you can see what that looks like. Probably should have looked up where that is first. I think it's in Galaxy. Yes, so here we are in the swarm section, and I'm almost done. You can see that some of those are, well, they'll be done here next ops level. So right there in Galaxy Research are your swarm stuff. Of course, it is going to pull from your Explorer research as well, so bear that in mind. But that's a pretty good way to do that. So here's one of the caveats, and one of the things that we were talking about today is that although you have a poor capacity for the swarm, for the frequency modulators, excuse me, what you will note is that you get 200,000 to 300,000 frequency modulators by completing the swarm dailies. Once you're up in the swarm ops 37 or 36 range, excuse me. What I do want to show you here is the refinery. Once you have the Franklin A, you start to get to use these swarm biotics, and this is where the real game changer is, okay? 30 million par steel tokens, 1 million trit token, and a 1 million dilithium token. And so, you know, as you do these each day, you can start to really capitalize on your tokens. Once you've built the Franklin A, you will start to have this additional modulator thing down here, and what you can do is you can convert the tier 1 frequency modulators to the tier 2s. I haven't done that in a while because, quite frankly, I have enough of both. Anyway, so even as you gain and garner the old frequency modulators from swarm dailies, you can convert those to the new frequency modulators to upgrade your Franklin A. That's where I'm going to close out the Franklin tutorial, so to speak, and if anybody has any questions, hit me up in game. Good luck to y'all.